Welcome back, everybody. What a game of cricket. What a test match. What a session. I don't have enough words to summarize the session. Salil, straight away over to you. What do you have to say about this entire session which transpired today?
Oh, exciting stuff, right? After the first session, we knew that either it's going to be a draw or India are going to win this. And I think with the kind of firepower and the balance that they have in the bowling attack, I think they've pulled it through. And once again, I think Virat Kohli's team selection of playing with one spinner has actually paid off because at the end of this test, where you thought it's going to spin and turn a lot, which it did not yield so many wickets to Jadeja, but on the other end, the wickets kept tumbling. So, all in all, I think brilliant effort by Team India. This is again coming from the same school of thought where we know that our bowling department is much more balanced and stingier than the batting department and has kept winning us the matches, including our bowlers and their contributions in this match and in the matches up in the series. So all in all, I think wonderful for India. It's only fair that a better team goes to the last test with two wins and a loss, and I think quite good for Indian cricket and brilliant for Virat Kohli.
Yeah, I think a comeback after setback is what makes a happy story, and that is exactly what happened today. We'll obviously speak about Virat Kohli's captaincy, but before that, after lunch, the Indian bowling seemed like they are bowling on a completely different wicket. It looked like they had something for lunch which was specially kept for them, or maybe the support they had reserved for this very session. Because the way all the bowlers just ran in and bowled their heart out, I think it was a fantastic bowling performance. What do you have to say about all the bowlers and what transpired or what happened after the lunch session, especially?
Well, I think, and this is something that we discussed at the start of play today. I think Jadeja would have to bowl a chunk of these overs, while the fast bowlers would have that kind of firepower and that kind of rest before they bowl from one end. So all four fast bowlers actually had a lot of rest, and quite frankly, they stuck to their job. They knew that the pitch is not moving laterally, which means that a lot of the balls were actually bowled on off and middle stump and directly at the stumps. So all in all, I think a brilliant strategy because you make the batsman play every ball. And towards the end, you could see the wickets and the field placing also placed in such a way that the batsmen are going to try and attempt to obviously play the ball. And that's how they got Chris Wokes out as well, just before tea. So all in all, I think fantastic effort by the bowlers. I think this is something that's thought through by the Indian team. And all in all, I think an excellent effort. I mean, I'm quite thrilled. I can't really show that on the show right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, something
absolutely.
like
We can
that.
see the emotions on their faces. I'm sure we also are going through the same emotions, but just we are confined in the space of the laptop and we have to sit straight. Otherwise, I'm sure we all would be jumping up and down. That's for sure. But just coming to a man with a Midas touch, somebody who's played a very big role in the way we have won this test match, and that's Shardul Thakur. You know, with the bat, he scored runs when it mattered the most today to get the wicket of Joe Root. He came in, got us that wicket. So is he the kind of player we were looking at number eight? Something which Indian cricket was looking for a long time.
Well, I mean, every person you select, you expect them to come up with match-winning performances. Two or three guys put together really win a match. And Shardul Thakur had just done that in his short test career. I think definitely he is a captain's player, and that's why he was picked. He knows his role very well. You don't see him doing anything off the field, on the field. It's just that your captain will instruct you and you go and bowl. So I think he's done that. I think at the start of the day, he was brought in on the 40th over and he took Rory Burns in his first over with that lovely ball that chipped away. And I think that was the start. I mean, he's really, I mean, in a way, like you say, he's really got the Midas touch and he's got the luck going his way in this test. Again, he was brought back after bowling 2 or 3 overs and he bowled the 80th over, and that's where he got another wicket. I mean, so I think, quite frankly, everything was actually going for Shardul Thakur also, and his contribution of 250s is just proof enough that his selection was bang on, and it's really was one of the highlights of the Test match.
Yeah, absolutely. He's put any question on a selection with whatsoever they were to rest. But let's just talk about the English batting. You have been speaking time and again from the time we are covering this test series that their batting is a bit shaky, especially after the top three. Once that the top three have come in form after Root, basically their 4, 5, 6, 7 look very shaky, and that's exactly what happened. Because after Root's wicket, it was actually like a line where wickets were tumbling one after the other. So again, something which will sort of haunt English team, considering there's something like an Ashes also just around the corner?
Oh, absolutely. I think this is something that Australia will be really happy about. Looking at the English batting, it looks quite fragile. It looks solid at the start. It looked yesterday quite nice, 100 for no loss. Played the new ball well, but then I think as the spinner came along, I think Hasib Hamid did not have any opportunity to go and score. He didn't look like he wanted to score. He didn't look like he could score. So I think that to some extent, from an opening perspective, opening batsman perspective, it's not one of the best merits you have in your bag. You know, when you travel to a country like Australia. But having said that, Joe Root has been scoring anywhere between around 40% of all England runs. So the minute he gets out, the whole team is batting at an average of 20 per batsman, and that's not really what you want to look at as one of the test teams who is almost going to play the finals of the World Test Championship. So all in all, I think the English batting does really need that boost. Maybe a couple of players who would really stick around. I think David Malan definitely got the medal for that. It's sad he missed out. He got run out purely to some nerves by Hasib Hamid later on, and I mean even he got out to Jadeja for one ball that he absolutely did not get. So all in all, I think a few players like Ollie Pope, David Malan, Joe Root can be the stronghold, or they can help Joe Root be slightly stable somewhere there, so that their captain can play freely, and hopefully one of the openers as well. But all in all, I do not think whether the batsmen are fully equipped to take on any kind of situation in Test match cricket.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a completely a tale of two different batting orders altogether. Where I'll speak about the Indian batting side in the second innings, there was not even a single bowled. All were either catch or cotton bowled. Here I talk about English side, 4 or 5 bowled, and the main man who started that story was Bumrah, the one which got Oli Pope was one of peach of a deliveries, if I can say so. So Salil, I just hand it over to you. I just wanted to know what you have to say about Bumrah.
Well, I think while we were talking about bowlers not getting any lateral movement and you waiting for the batsmen to throw away their wickets or nick some, what Jasprit Bumrah has done is given us a classic example of what a fast bowler is really made of. If the pitch is not up for it, you just bowl it full and fast on the stumps. If you're able to swing it like you did to Bairstow, I think it's absolutely fantastic. And for Jasprit Bumrah to come and bowl that kind of a line and getting those two wickets of pure batsmen who've got runs in this series actually opened up and actually gave India the real hope that they can actually go ahead and win this match. Otherwise, it was looking like Joe Root and the other guys were tapping the balls around and maybe lose a wicket or two every session. But Joe Root would have anchored that through. And I think those two wickets going down also psychologically would have really affected Joe Root. And I think Jasprit Bumrah has done just that for breaking the backbone of the English middle order. Fabulous stuff.
I mean, fabulous stuff. That's the only way you can summarize his performance. Getting those kind of bold. We have been talking about how we need him to bowl those Yorkers. He bowled it, got it right when it mattered the most. Now, just taking ahead this happy celebration, a very happy scorecard, which we all would be happy to look at. You just have the scorecard in front of us now, Salil. Some very good performances we would all like to talk about, especially someone like an Umesh Yadav, Rohit Sharma, Pujara getting runs. What do you have to say about this entire Test series which transpired today?
Well, I think put into bat first, India scored 191. They'll really be disappointed about how they missed out, but that first session was really difficult to bat on. But England did not really consolidate on the basis of that, and they just went on to score 290 runs, only a lead of 99, which was really looking at the third and the fourth day full of really good batting tracks, and that's where you got your Rohit Sharma who really capitalized on that and really built on from all these innings that he's played. I think Umesh Yadav for India has been the pick. Like Shardul Thakur, Umesh Yadav has also been a brilliant selection. Getting 6 wickets in the match is a brilliant contribution along with Shardul. So I think the team changes have been bang on. Apart from that, a slight fight back by Hasib Hamid, but the last 20 runs and all of today, I don't think he was really looking like the batsman that England would really want him to look at. Apart from that, I think fabulous day. I think the overall Indian team and their batting and their bowling performance were triumphant against an England who were lacking in a few departments.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the team will be really happy going on to Manchester for the fifth and the final test. It's all on England now to draw level. India have almost got one hand on the trophy. We just hope that Rohit Sharma, Pujara are fit enough and we are able to see a much better performance from them. I'm sure Indians now would be thinking about a happy problem which they have is getting the team selection right. Whatever has happened till now, it's been all positive for us. And on that positive note, we will take your leave. We will be back with the Manchester Test here, right here on Sports Adda Live. Thank you so much, Salil.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Rishabh.
everybody.
Thanks,